He has become the longest-running movie star in Hollywood. He has recently decided to focus all of his remaining energy and passion on directing. As a result, he released the critically acclaimed projects Invictus and Hereafter, both of which showcase his longevity and focused skill as a filmmaker.
This award is for the Best Director. And the Oscar goes to Clint Eastwood for Unforgiven.
Unforgiven was an interesting project in my life because I first purchased the script under the various titles that it had. It was submitted to me under the title of Whore's Gold, The Cut Whore Killings, or The William Money Killings. All of them were terrible titles, but it was a wonderful script by David Peoples. The thing that was interesting about this script, the first time I read it, I didn't know who the hero was until well into the picture.
This is pretty good. This is all right, you know.
With one Oscar under his belt for Best Director, Clint Eastwood strived for another.
Clint Eastwood for $1 Million Baby.
In a nutshell, it's a movie about a woman who wants to be a boxer and a man who doesn't want to have anything to do with her when it first starts out. And eventually she wins him over, and it becomes this big love affair. I could say it's a movie about this guy who's a janitor in a gym.
More than Oscar-winning pictures, Eastwood can use his directing ability to push the envelope with cultural difference films.
Come here, girl.
Stop! Let go!
What you looking at, old man?
Ever notice how you come across somebody once in a while you shouldn't have messed with? That's me.
Man, you crazy, man. Get out of here, man.
I was told not to write this screenplay by a bunch of people because it had to do with a culture that no one had ever heard of. It had to do with racism.
What the hell these Chinese have to move in this neighborhood for?
It had to do with old people. And they said, no one will ever want to do that. I heard that across the board not to write that script. But if I had listened to that, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. It's about helping somebody out who can't ask for help. And it's about learning a little bit about yourself. It's about redemption.
Get off my lawn.
You better watch your back.
Thank you.
I heard there was some trouble in the neighborhood. Why didn't you call the police?
I prayed that they would show up, but nobody answered. Why are you bringing me all this garbage anyway?
Because you saved Hal.
I didn't save anybody.
You're a hero to the neighborhood.
I'm not a hero.
We're having barbecue. You want to come over? We've got beer, too.
I might as well drink with strangers. Those guys were here the other night. What about them?
Just a gang.
Here's the deal. You stay away, because if I have to come back here again, it's gonna be ugly.
What was it like to kill a man?
You don't want to know. Tao and Sue are never gonna find peace in this world, as long as that gang's around.
What are you gonna do, Walt?
Whatever it is, they won't have a chance.
His process is impeccable because he trusts his own instincts and he trusts his gut, and he's one man standing there with a monitor looking at you as an actor and seeing if he likes as an individual what he sees up on screen, and he trusts that.
I can still see the light at the end of the tunnel shine through the dark times even when I lose my mind, but it feels like no one in the world is listening and I can't ever seem to make the right decisions. I walk around in the same haze, I'm still caught in my same ways. I'm losing time in these strange days, but somehow I always know the right things to say. I don't know what time it is, Who's the one to blame for this? Do I believe what I can't see? And how do you know which way the wind blows? 'Cause I can feel it all around. I'm lost between the sound.
From cultural difference films such as Gran Torino to the history-capturing films of J. Edgar, and even the cult western classic of Unforgiven, Clint Eastwood is a director that captured his audience and has multiple years left in filmmaking.